Welcome back, my fantastic brothers and sisters. Welcome back into Made in Mike's world again. Heard you miss me? Yes, I am back. I am back with another video. Yes, yes, yes. Coming back at you with a little different video this time. I got no review for you. I just want to touch base on last week's review, and I want to show you what I've done to the DC collection, and we are probably done. But before we get into all that, guys, I always have to hope all is well. And I mean that, guys. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You 900 members that have been with me for so long, I appreciate you, and you've been so tight with me throughout the years. And without you guys, there is no me, guys. So really, guys, I hope everybody's safe at home and watching some football tonight. Watching some football, but Made in Mike is always working, and he's working for you tonight. All right, let's get on in it. Let's talk about last week's review, okay? Last week's review with Blitzway Prime 1's Terminator Endoskeleton, okay? I've gotten a lot of responses on that. But my intentions, guys, was not to get anybody to cancel their pre-orders or anything like that. I just gave you my opinion on it, okay? You guys like what you like. You want what you want. To me, I told you guys it's a phenomenal piece, fantastic presence, fantastic. But to me, it was a little bit too light. I thought the company should have used maybe a little die cast, a little, I don't know what they put these things together with. I'm not an expert. I see statue, I buy statue, okay? I don't know what goes in statue. All I know is I want a little weight. And on my Terminator, yes, I know you use a lot of PVC, and that gives it that real appearance. I get it, but give me steel before the real, all right? I wanted a little steel in there or something like that, man, to strengthen this piece up. It just didn't have it for me. For $2,200, guys, this is not a box of popcorn. That's why I was down on it. And the company, I did reach out to them. Instead of replacing it, they offered me to destroy it, and they're going to give me a full refund. Now, I thought about reordering it or just telling them send me a new one, but you know what? That price zone in my head keeps thinking 22, 22, 22. Even though I need him, I need this piece in my collection. I bought the Darkseid Arnold from Terminator 2 with this piece in mind. So I need him in my collection. But for $2,200 and having it in hand, I'm going to go with the full refund. Just me, guys. A lot of you guys will probably get your piece and say, no, Made in Mike, you are a dumbass. You don't know what it's about, whatever, this and that. It is an awesome piece. I never said it wasn't an awesome piece. Listen, guys, I live in Southern California. We get shakes all the time. This thing comes down. I want a puncher's chance at maybe it surviving, some of it surviving, where I can put it back together. I just don't see that in this piece, okay? I'm hoping, if we ever do get that big one or whatever, I'm hoping there is a little bit of survival on some of these pieces that are solid. But let's hope that never happens. But anyway, guys, let's leave that topic behind. Next topic. All right. We're talking about DC. This is my wall of DC. You guys know it throughout the years, you know. I've displayed everything the way I want to. I came up with you guys know me throughout the years, I'm all about space. So the way it is right now is it's gonna be the way it's gonna stay. And if I do add any more of DC collectibles in this DC collection, it would have to be by subtraction. I would subtract something if I was bringing something new in. I've got the cases, everything spaced out really well now. I think I accomplished my goal, and I wanted to share it with you guys, being that I didn't give you a room tour last year, but I did give you kind of like a little run around on a comeback when I did bounce back in after a while. Anyway, guys, enough of me talking. Let's dive into Made in Mike's DC collection. Let's see if you guys are as happy with it as I am. Let's get in here. All right, guys. So this is cabinet number one here. All right. I didn't want to, there was ideas of coming in my head of mixing and matching the whole room, just kind of having where everything fit good, but keeping all the DC Marvel together in one cabinet. But my goal was to always keep them separate. It's just I really wanted to start rebuilding my horror collection again. And all of a sudden, I kind of got a little fire in me to put some horror guys in here and stuff like that when I added the Michael Myers right there. So, all right. Well, let's get into this DC. Right here, I tried to keep it all movie characters. We got the double Catwoman. Are they similar? Yes, very similar. But when both of these went up for pre-order, I did not know which one to choose from. Darkseid Collectibles and Prime One. I like them both a lot. I like the idea that Darkseid gave you the unmasked version of her. To me, that was total awesome. Is it the quality of Prime One? Probably not, but like I said, we have a little bit of issue. Prime One does use some PVC on their faces to get them look really, really good. And I'm more of a sculpt guy. Sorry. I don't know. It just, yes, they look more realistic, but just my opinion. I like sculpts. All right, we got the Queen Studios, Heath. You guys that follow my collection throughout the years, you know Joker Harley's run wild in Made in Mike's world. Still got this classic piece. This is an incredible piece. I still do not believe that anything has topped this of her that has come out to date. So this piece is a keeper, and I ain't getting rid of it, and it still holds its value. I have checked numerous of times, location, wherever, and it still holds its value. All right, let's go down below. We kept this in here with, sorry about the glare, guys, me in the back and stuff. We got Wonder Woman, movie version. We got Lobo with the dogs. I know he only has one dog, but they gave you two pieces. So I have one throwing them and the other one riding on the engine. So then we got this great piece. Terrible movie, but this scene to me was incredible. Just the scene. I thought the costume was absolutely fantastic. So does that movie compare to the first Wonder Woman? Absolutely not. No way. But that one scene and this costume to me was it. All right, let's break down over here. Made a little changes down here. You know, got the Sideshow Harley. We got the Queen Studios. Right there. I kind of had to move her because I had to make room for some other things when we made some changes. When I made some changes, so I think she goes well there. There was always a little spot for her eye level, but I think she goes well there because when you come in the room and you see her presence, she's shown there. She's not hitting. This Joker right here probably does not belong there because you can't get a good view on him, but he needs to be up one level, but there's nothing I can do at this moment, and we'll figure something out as time goes on. And like I said, if I was to ever add anything, it's going to be add and subtraction. Something's going to have to go, and that may be one to go. All right, up here, this piece, even if I wanted to move it, I will never move it because it's too damn heavy. And to catch a Joker on a throne is pretty impressive. And this thing weighing, I want to say it's like close to 80 pounds. That is brutal. I ain't moving it. So it's staying there. It looks good there. It matches really well with the little Harley and the little Batman right there. So I think he's a lifer. All right, I made some changes over here. I had to make all this work. I put it together, and I say it goes well. I always pose this Harley. This Harley is a special Harley because it includes her doggies, whatever it is you want to call them, hyenas. I call them dogs. So I always displayed her to the side so you can get a view of it. But to make this all come together, I had to have the dog straight on. So I think it came out fantastic. It works. I put it together, and opening your mind to this stuff when it comes to displaying really does help you. And every once in a while, I do open my mind on displaying. All right, down here we got these two legends from the Arkham Knight Prime One. I would have to say these double guys, if I was to ever move them, they'd have to go together. But I don't think I would ever move these guys. The Arkham Knight game is kind of, dwindled away. And these are legendary pieces. And I think they'll always be special. All right, let's get back up here. All right, we got Ledger, Christopher Reeve, and my favorite, Julie. Always, I still cannot figure it out why nobody else has tackled this lady other than this piece and the other one from I can't even remember their name anymore. But I cannot understand why nobody has tried to take on this character again. This actress again, playing this part. I would just love to see a 1/3 with her. I thought there was some announcement a while back, but like I said, I stepped out of the loop for a minute, got tied up, and I kind of lost contact with some things. But I don't see it popping up on the screen or my screen. I would have pre-ordered it, but I do not understand why a 1/3 from one of these great companies have chosen to tackle, because I would be a first, second pre-order. All right, down here I made this come together with the Scarecrow and Poison Ivy. Came out really good. Both characters are seen very well in the display. The green comes together. I've always had the Scarecrow hidden in the back, but now he's up front. He could be seen really well. So, there was a time when I thought about moving him because he just wasn't seen well enough in the collection. And to me, I just thought it was a waste of space, even though he is an incredible looking piece. And now with my changes, I'm glad I was able to bring him up front, and he could be seen really well. So there we go. And down here, perfect spot for the Batman and the Joker battle. This looks great. This is Sideshows. even if I wanted to move this, I don't think I ever would because of too much stuff going on. I mean, all those flames and everything. There's so many pieces to this. So he's probably a stayer. All right. This is what we did with the newbies that have come in. I think this is set up really well. I was able to keep the Queen Studios Batman and Heath Ledger together. I think that looks great right there. That piece is never going anywhere. I do have the special base that they only made 2 of, where you can display both characters together in that great interrogation scene. Looks pretty damn well. Okay, the new addition, the Riddler. I put him on one side and the Penguin, both sideshow pieces together. I think that looks really good. Even though you got the movie character in there, I think it looks really, really good. So then I moved Poison Ivy from here to here and made some changes, and I think she really comes to life here because now you can see her face looking up. So it is absolutely a perfect location for her. Then we got the great Harley right there. That is perfect. That is a matching piece with that, but that's not going to happen. So she goes perfect there. Then we got the Joker. Another Joker in Made in Mike's world. Ha 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 ha. Yes. It's a great sideshow piece. I just like Jokers, man. I like Jokers and Harleys. I just do. I think they just make collections fun and colorful. You know, DC's always been labeled as a dark brand, and these 2 guys, well, this guy and this girl, just bring color to it. So, all right, last shelf, we got Batman and Superman battling it out from Sideshow. Then we got Prime One, Batman. This is a special piece because I think they only made 200 of them, and I believe it was their first attempt at making something smaller than a 1/3. And I want to say I got like number 3 or 4, so low number in the edition size. So this one may be a keeper, no doubt about it. And then we got Batgirl from Sideshow, a really, really great picture of her here with the cut on the lip. I mean, I just love it. It's a great, and she's standing on a Clayface, whoever it is. I believe it is Clayface. I didn't care when I saw it. I was like, holy cow, we got to get that because that is a great looking piece. Wasn't happy about the 5 million edition size, but you know, I guess they touch this character, you know, once every 10 years, so they kind of figured let's give people a shot at it. But definitely a great looking piece. I was very happy to have it, and it looks great in there. Should it be up one more? Yes, it should be. And one day I may make some changes in here. You know, I kind of figure things out. But as of right now, this will stay here. Okay, to finish off the DC stuff, we got the Joker mask right there on the wall. And then we got the legendary piece. I know a lot of people say that the technology has gotten better, you know, throughout the years, and it has. There's no doubt to it, you know. But to me, this piece is very sentimental, and it's always going to be. So I don't know if I would ever move it because of the sentimentalness. I think I've told you hardcore followers before that you had to put them together and you had to dress them. and we were trying to put his tie on, me and my wife, and we were having a hard time. And my mom comes in and she's like, "Oh, I can do it." And me and my wife were looking at her like, "Yeah, all right, old lady." She did it in 2 seconds, and she called us a couple of dumbasses and walked out the room. So it has a sentimental value to me. So this guy would probably never be leaving the collection. And to finish it off, we got Michael Keaton down here, the Batman, the Batman. Not much more to say. Prime 1, Blitzway, whatever. He looks great down there. Perfect case for him. Everything. All right, guys. Tell me what you think on this DC wall here, and we'll keep you posted on the next movement in Made in Mike's world. Until then, you guys stay safe, and we'll see you soon in Made in Mike's world.